Hey everyone, this is Jim for SDC International Shipping. I'm back with Rob. How's it going, Rob?
It's going good, Jim. How are you?
Good, good. Uh, Tell me about moving, transporting battery operated items. How do the ins and outs of that work? I've heard different things.
Yeah, that is a really good question, and I have a suspicion that over time it might be a little bit of a moving target, or there might be some evolution there. And we've all heard of having issues with lithium-ion batteries and things like that. But the general rule, as it stands today, is that power tools, drills and weed whackers and things of that nature that run on a lithium-ion battery or NiCad, whichever. As long as the battery is in the device, you leave it inserted, it's no problem whatsoever for things like that. Now, this comes up all the time where there's a little more to it, at least from a disclosure standpoint, when folks will move their e-bikes. Those are becoming tremendously popular. They're so neat. I got one just to be lazy, I guess. And they got a much larger battery, and it's a device. It's not a tool. It's for mobility. It's almost like a vehicle, right?
Mm,
So in that case, it's still, generally speaking, it's no problem. You can send it. Rules still apply. Keep the battery probably installed, but we'll advise on that, depending. And it just has to be declared. We just have to know about it. That's all. We don't want to show up, find out there's some e-bikes that we didn't know about, or something of that nature.
Now, when you say declared, you're just saying that it needs to be written out exactly what it is.
Well, we have to know about it so that we can provide a piece of paper for the client
I
at
see.
the booking and during the booking process before it gets on the ocean, so that we've got a form that says these are some things that they will require disclosure of. If you're going to be shipping, certain things, the vehicle with a big battery is one of them.
Yeah.
We provide the forms, and it just has to be disclosed. That's all.
Oh,
We don't.
okay.
The last thing we want is to find out, have someone either at the U.S. side, port of embarkation, or port of entry on the international side, find e-bikes that were not disclosed.
Mm,
That,
that
that's
makes
not good.
sense.
That's not good.
And you don't want to be shipping a whole bunch of just batteries, lithium type batteries.
Yeah, there's a limit, and again, I'm not sure exactly what the amp hour rule is, but yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't ship a Tesla Powerwall. We'd have to look into exactly what the ocean vessel, what their rules are, also customs on the destination country. But for e-bikes and tools, it's not a problem.
It's interesting because I know out where was the Salton Sea is where they discovered that large lithium deposit. Was it last year?
I think it was pretty recently. Yeah, Salton Sea, which is down, in the Badlands of Southern California. It's in the desert near Palm Springs, kind of, and it's a body of water that was formed after a big flood of the Colorado River. Colorado River flooded many years ago, and this low point in the desert filled up with water, and it never went away. I don't. It stayed. It's called the Salton Sea.
Yeah.
Um, and it's sort of a dead body of water because it gets a lot of runoff from
Mm.
farms and things of that nature. But now they've discovered all of this lithium there, so it might be a big rebirth over there. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. One more question, as long as you're here. The electric bike, I know nothing about those at all. I mean, I've seen bikes powered by these little motors. Is that what it is? It's just a little motor?
Yeah, so typically there will be a motor either in the wheel hub. Sometimes they're in the pedals in the bottom bracket is what it's actually called. So it's sort of pedal assist. You can pedal, and it's also assisting. Yeah, and then there's a battery pack attached to the bike that's maybe 18 inches long and maybe 6 7 inches squared, and
Yeah.
yeah, and they
How
come in
long does
different.
it how long does a charge last?
It depends on the size of the battery, which
Oh,
depends on how much you paid. That's really where the expense comes in.
I got you.
But they could put down 750 watts, which is 1 horsepower,
Yeah.
up to, and maybe if you're not really just going all out, you can get a couple 3 hours out of those things, no problem.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Well, Rob, as always, thanks for your time.
You're very
And
welcome.
if somebody wants to work with you, of course, you're still available.
I'm still available anytime. If someone would like to engage, I always say with me directly, I'd be more than happy to do that and help out in any way I can.
Great. Well, we'll put the information on the screen as always. We'll have it down in the description below, your direct line.
Great.
Rob, thanks as always for your time.
You're very
And
welcome.
and I'll talk to you again soon.
See you soon, Jim. Thanks so much. Good
All
seeing you.
right. Good seeing you.